Somewhere above the clouds, eyes in the sky are watching. Satellites circle endlessly, recording every movement, every deployment. The age of precision warfare begins not on the ground, but in the minds of commanders parsing infinite data. One missile, Enter HIMARS, the High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, a game-changer that redefined modern combat. Paired with ATACMS, Army Tactical Missile Systems, it becomes something unprecedented. Precision, range, lethality. But none of this matters without intelligence. Real-time satellite imagery tells the complete story. Coordinates locked, trajectory calculated. The system knows exactly where the target is and exactly how to reach it. Impact, verification, confirmation. Satellite imagery captures the moment theory becomes reality.
Impact successful.
But here's where it gets
thermal
complicated.
signature here
These
confirms
strikes,
the presence
called
of the
practice strikes by
relocated
some,
missile silo.
require interpretation, analysis, verification. And that's where satellite companies step in. Commercial imagery revealing what official narratives sometimes conceal.
Unusual heat signatures.
HIMARS doesn't just launch. Every rocket is guided. Every trajectory is measured. GPS integration means the evolution is stunning.
The M270
MLRS, the predecessor, could launch salvos, but HIMARS is surgical. Precision. One HIMARS platform carries 6 guided rockets or a single ATACMS, each warhead calibrated for specific targets.
At scale.
What makes HIMARS revolutionary isn't raw power, it's coordination. Multiple launchers, multiple targets. That data flows from classified military satellites and increasingly from commercial sources. The surveillance ecosystem imagery analysis has become an art form. Analysts examine every pixel, every shadow, every tell. They look for patterns, vehicle movements, camouflage signature breaks, the digital forensics of modern warfare. Every launch is preceded by intelligence gathering, weeks of surveillance, months of analysis, sometimes condensed into moments of decision. Targets move, they adapt, they learn, which means the intelligence cycle never stops, it accelerates. Confirmation happens through comparative analysis. This vehicle here, that radar there, the signatures match known military hardware. And then
satellite imagery
impact.
Confirms significant
the satellite
damage.
witnesses
Note
everything.
The secondary
the thermal
explosion,
bloom,
mid-detonation,
the debris
and
field,
the expanding
the
thermal
aftermath.
bloom signature.
Thermal signatures don't lie. They're impossible to fake. The heat of destruction is recorded above the clouds. These images become evidence, documentation of precision, proof of impact. The narrative begins forming. But the story doesn't end with military satellites. Commercial imagery adds layers of verification, public witnesses to classified operations.
When
strikes happen, the terminology matters. Precision strikes, surgical hits,
Satellite imagery
but sometimes
shows
they're called something
impact.
else. The term practice strike becomes useful. It can mean many things: testing systems, demonstrating capability, preparing. Official statements use careful language, training operations, test launches, proof of concept deployments. The narrative, but independent analysts don't accept surface narratives. They dig, they compare, they reconstruct. What they find: legitimate military targets, strategic significance, measurable destruction, a practice that achieves. The distinction between practice and actual combat blurs when real military targets are neutralized. Real command structure. There's strategic messaging in these exercises, a show of force, a demonstration of reach, a warning to adversaries. The costs are calculated: 12 million in destroyed equipment, a command center eliminated, 30% of regional strike capability. The aftermath is also captured: the recovery efforts, the resource dedication. The strategic setback becomes impossible to. Analysts recognize the pattern. This isn't random, this is choreographed, planned, executed with precision that suggests the practice carries diplomatic weight, a message sent through precision, a demonstration of capability and will. The narrative wars begin immediately. Official accounts, independent verification, competing interpretations, all claiming truth. The evidence is there, available to anyone with analytical capability, but interpretation remains contested. A test is a test. An exercise is an exercise. But when it destroys real targets on real ground, the distinction collapses. The gap between declared purpose and observed reality creates interpretive space. Where governments speak in one language, satellites, the corroboration is overwhelming. Multiple satellites, different providers, identical conclusions. Something happened, something big, and the strategic landscape shifts. Military capability migrates. Deployment patterns change. Defense planners recalculate. Transparency becomes its own form of verification. When the satellites watch everything, transparency becomes inescapable. But perhaps there's reason for the ambiguity. Perhaps practice is exactly honest. Perhaps demonstrating capability is practice. In a world watched from above, the practice and the real become indistinguishable. The infrastructure supporting precision warfare is vast, unseen, constant. Somewhere, right now, satellites are watching. HIMARS operates day and night. Weather means nothing. The systems see through clouds, through darkness, through deception. These satellites complete orbits every 90 minutes.
From geosynchronous
constant
orbit,
surveillance.
the infrastructure
every
chain
90
chain
minutes,
of surveillance.
every location on Earth appears in. Artificial intelligence accelerates analysis now. Pattern recognition that would take humans months happens in seconds. Error margins measured in meters become achievable across continental distances. Physics and mathematics eliminate fog of war.
This
Commercial
high-resolution
companies now
imagery
provide
confirms the
imagery that
supply chain
rivals
movement we
classified
tracked.
satellites.
The
They're
enterprise
making
subscription
geopolitical
provides real-time
intelligence available to
updates.
journalists. This creates accountability. If strikes happen, they're documented. If impacts occur, they're recorded. Truth becomes distributed. But this is just the beginning. Precision will only improve. Speed will only increase. The integration of AI and satellites, every major power races to match HIMARS capability. The precision revolution spreads. The surveillance ecosystem expands. Precision carries legal implications. More accurate strikes mean fewer civilian casualties, theoretically. But precision has changed war fundamentally. It's made certain types of operations possible. It's eliminated the ability to conceal. The system is integrated now. Satellites feed the commanders direct platforms launch precision munitions, and this creates vulnerability. Infrastructure becomes targetable, supply lines become visible. The integrated precision and transparency can also build trust. Satellite imagery provides verification. Practice strikes can be observed, and the trajectory is clear, faster, more precise, more interconnected. The satellites watch, the systems decide, the missiles. But here's what precision cannot change. Opponents adapt, targets rebuild, conflict continues. Precision doesn't end war. HIMARS stands ready. The satellites keep watching. Practice strikes continue. And the architecture of modern precision warfare. The system works.
Confirmed.
The precision
Missile
works.
trajectory
The
optimal.
surveillance
Global
works.
synchronization
And in
achieved.
this age of satellites and
systems
guided
operational
munitions, the
worldwide.
concept of where once warfare was opaque, now it's archived above the clouds. In the age of satellites, nothing can hide.